who are still teething, who are looking for a helping verb. The quote is beautiful. The unquote, unbeautiful. Whose bones are just so, whose veins are just so. The drunk, the high, the blue, the down. Los pueblos, los animales, foreigners, strangers, bookworms. Those whose eyes are tired from trying to read something into everything. Those at a crossroads, in a crisis, a quandary, a velvety chair. The dirty, the hungry, yes we, the cranky, the thirsty, the furious, the happy, who are filled with a life bloated with it, gorged on words. And of course, the bereaved, the bereft. And let's not forget the local merchants, the smiling faces, the placeholders, us, all we people, slowly graying, slowly leaving, who make all this all possible. This activity, this festivity, this hope, this dream dreamt with open eyes. Friends of the deceased, the diseased, friends of the disowned, and also healthy, friendly people with great skin and congenital heart defects. Sports fans, sufferers of autism, down and outers, non-believers, animal lovers everywhere, real people, with doubts, without certainty, with nothing else worth mentioning. The majority of us, silent, stifled, delinquent, in the background, barely hanging on, running out of time, hope, air, heart, nerves, chances, money, blood, friends, courage, faith, hair, time, teeth, time, health, hope, all of it, those sons, everything. Those of Beck, nothing, who can't stand it any longer, who never really could. Gentle people, infinitely injured people, lost souls, fools, ghosts, shades, shadows, future ancestors. Ladies, gentlemen, I know I'm forgetting somebody. Friends, likenesses, darknesses, citizens, people, hopeful people, everybody, every last lone, dying and inconsolably lonely person, fellow human beings, breathing people, breathers, welcome. The fire exit's over there. I think you can also get out this way.
Evening.
Maybe. Solve that. You think I'm a cop. I look like a cop. I walk like a cop. So you figure, case closed, I'm a cop.
You're not a cop?
No, I am a cop. You were right.
Well, that's what I was gonna
That's
say.
what you thought. Everything is as everything seems, I guess. Good for everything. What about you?
What do you mean?
What about you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, who knows? you
No.
know?
What are you doing here?
Well, I was just walking around. Later tonight, I thought I might.
Forget about before and after. I mean now.
Well, I don't know because.
You
I was-
don't know because you don't know. That's the trouble. The beauty. The trouble. So let's just leave it at that. I think you dropped something. See, the problem with people
Man,
like...
I was
Don't
just-
interrupt!
Was there something else?
I said, don't interrupt. You know what? I just, goddamn. Hi, welcome, hello, welcome to the little town of Middletown. Ordinary place, ordinary time, but aren't they all? No, they are not all. Say something nice.
I was just sitting here. I don't know what else.
Right. Anyway, Middletown. Population, stable. Elevation, same. The main street is called Main Street. The side streets are named after trees. Things are fairly predictable. People come, people go. Crying, by the way, in both directions.
Ain't that the truth?
Why don't you get out of here?
Why? I'm not doing anything.
And that's the reason you should say, let's go. Move.
Where?
A different bench, a different perspective. It's not here, okay? You know what? Here, allow me. Say I'm not doing anything. Say I was just walking around. Say this is my hometown. Say my life's a mystery to me. Say it. Be a good human. Be filled with humility, wonder, and awe. It's not easy, is it? Well, that's life. Listen, I'm sorry for what I'm still doing to you, truly. But don't worry. It'll be over in 3, 2, 1. Floor is yours. What? Great. Excuse me. I'm not sure what I was hoping to. I apologize. I was just trying to imitate nature. Anyway, welcome. Honestly, Middletown.
Good morning. I was hoping to get a library card.
Good for you, dear. I figure a lot of people think, why bother? I'm just going to die anyway. Here, let me just find you the form.
I wanted to learn more about the area. Thank you. Do you have any books on
Oh,
Middletown?
I should certainly hope so. Let me just take a look for you. All right, books on Middletown. Voila! No, sorry, there's nothing. We have a wonderful book called Yesteryear in Today's City of Tomorrow, but it's out. It's due next Saturday. Hello.
Hi.
Here's something from the Chamber of Commerce, just to give you a general sense. Middletown was built on the ruins of other, older Middletowns, and before them, a town called Middleton, which was named for being between two other places, both unknown and now incidentally gone. That doesn't sound right. Incidentally gone. Anyway, 1,000 years ago, the area was home to the Choctaw Indians and called Inkpetway, which no one knows what it means, but it could have meant you are far away or between the snowing. The Choctaw had a highly developed culture and thrived in their time, until they disappeared forever. New residents arrived and looked around. Well, that's not much of a sentence, is it? Because it sort of helps to paint us a picture. People sort of lost and smiled. Well, anyway, let's go. Today, Middletown is a beehive, a human beehive of activity and business. Many come to raise families and watch, swollen with civic pride as their baby draws its first breath of local air. Also drawn by our excellent clouds and mostly silent nights, many come here to quietly retire. Middletown, we've got you coming and going.
That's from the Chamber of Commerce?
I know, there's a lot they didn't mention. We have an excellent bike path. There's the library here, and of course the people, which is what most places are made out of if you think of it.
I guess. I'll wait for that other book. We just moved here.
I'm listening in on your conversation.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
My husband and I just moved here.
Oh, well, welcome. Is it just you two?
It's just us. He travels, but we're here now. Well, I am. We're trying to start a family.
Come on, family. Start! Start, you bastard!
Well, that's wonderful. How long have you been trying?
Almost a year now.
Oh, and I imagine it must be about the same for your husband. Good. Something you can both work on. Good for you. The world needs another person.
Whatever you do, don't have an only child. They're the worst, or so I've been told. Whenever you hear a little noise, some little singing or humming, you look over and there it is again. The same only child. I'm just being me.
Don't mind him. You're just responding to things around you, aren't you, dear?
Basically, hey, I just did it again.
Do you have any books on children? You must. On childbirth and children.
We certainly do. They're in the business section. I've never known why. Here, I'll show you.
Hi, quick question. Books on gravity.
Hi, John. Sorry, let me just get him squared away. All right, books on gravity. Ah, we have two. The Silent Killer and another one called Laws of the World.
The second one.
That just came back today. Let me go see if it's sitting on a rolly cart somewhere.
Gravity. Hello?
Hi.
We just moved here.
That's great. Who's we?
They are trying to start a family.
Yes, we are. Thank you. We is my husband and I. You live here, obviously?
That I do. Is it obvious? 10 years now, 10 to 15 years. In fact, I think we're talking 15, 20 years. Time, you know, wish, blank.
I guess. And what do you do?
More like what don't I do?
Okay, what don't you do?
You originally asked, what do I do? So I'll answer that. I do paperwork, lawn work, plumbing, sometimes some house painting. I've worked graveyards, regular hours, happy hours. Sure, sometimes I'll just stare out a window, let a year go by, 2 years. For instance, right now I'm sort of between things. I'm between two crappy jobs, I'm sure. I just don't know what the second one is yet. Give a call. I'm also trying to catch up on some reading. You might say I'm bent on self-improvement, although I'm sure there's a better phrase. What about you? Wait, let me guess. Yeah, I give up. No idea.
I used to manage a restaurant, and before that I worked in a bank, just jobs, you know. When we get settled, I might do something else.
You sound like me.
No, I don't. I do.
Sort of. Ooh, not really. I hate how I sound. You don't sound like me.
All right, here we are. You know, speaking of gravity, you might be surprised to hear we have a real astronaut from around here.
I am. Wow.
I bought a tandem bicycle from him. He was really friendly when I brought it back.
Oh, he's a complete gentleman. He has one of those haircuts. He said he wouldn't be able to see us way up there, but that he'd think of us. Can you imagine? All that wonder, all that splendor and beauty, and all you can say is Houston this and Houston that. To be so far away with such a little vocabulary. And then there's John here with his handyman work, and now his reading. Such lively people are townspeople, always trying new things, always occupied somehow. And now you too. There you are. Bye, John.
Thanks, bye. Oh, it was really nice talking to you. Here's my card.
This says Lucy Graves Associates. You need help, we can help.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's someone else's card.
Okay, well, how about I get it?
Here, why don't I just write my name and number on the back of that one. There you go. Problem created, problem solved. Bye.
Bye.
Now you wanted books on children? What specifically? The history of, or? I'm kidding.
Oh, I thought you were. Health, prenatal health, and maybe some wallpapering. We want to get a room ready.
Oh, a room, wallpaper. I love the little patterned flowers or fire engines. Oh, it's almost too much. Here, I'll show you.
I was nervous earlier. I don't know why. Well, I do know for part of it I was being choked. And I'm nervous now that I think of it. But I'm nothing special. I fix cars. I try to. Get hassled by the cops. Try to maintain a certain, I don't know, sobriety. Sometimes I volunteer at the hospital, dress up for the kids. It's part of a plea deal, but what is it? Nothing really crazy to report. Except I found this rock once, what I thought was a meteorite. I brought the thing into the school here, and the kids went through all these tests. They tapped on it, shined lights at it. I found it in a field. It looked special, but then the astronaut here said it was just a rock. He said it was probably from at some earlier time, a slightly larger rock. His name was Greg something. I had ideas about getting famous, getting on local TV with my meteorite. But when it turned out to just be a rock, I thought I could still make some headlines with it if I threw it off a bridge, hit a family in their car, and killed everybody. But then I figured, you know what, forget it. That's not me. So now some families driving around, not knowing how lucky they are, not knowing how sweet it all is, just because. Wait, hang on a second. Do you? I thought I heard something. I'm still not convinced I didn't. Weird. Anyway, that was just a little local story, although, you know, it almost had a little outer space in it. I wish that lady luck with the family. Some people don't stop to think of how lucky they are. I do, and I've realized I'm not that lucky, but I get by. Maybe if I had more self-esteem, more stick-to-itiveness, I might have been a murderer. I was a child once, like everybody. Some worried mother's son, or a distant father's daughter, sneaking around with a dirty face and an idea. My hand was this big. I was somebody's golden child, somebody's little hope. Now, I'm more just, you know, a local resident. Another earthling. Bye.
Bye. Hello? A book report on the Bible? Oh no, we don't have spray paint, no macaroni. We do have scrap paper and glue, so you could probably... Oh no, no glitter either. You'd have to bring that. And you'd have to clean it up. She's interested in writing a... 5 o'clock. Okay, bye-bye. That was a little girl who, well, you probably heard.
All units in the vicinity, see the man. See the man. See the woman. See the streets and houses, the shadows, the words that don't rhyme. All quiet here, over. No news is good news, but there's no such thing as no news, over. Try to see my point. Just look at yourselves. See the universe. See a tiny person in the middle of it all thrashing. See the bright side. Try to look at the bright side. Sometimes I talk like this over the wire, just to see if anyone's listening. Well, there you go. Now I know. Hi, Susan. Sorry, all clear. I do like this time of day, night. All the people, all their bones, arteries, and personal problems. Beautiful animal, the person, dark. I was too rough with that guy earlier. I think I embarrassed him. Regrettable. I'm not myself lately. Sad stuff at home, and we all have a story. Once upon a time. Once upon a time, and so on, the end. I try to uphold the law, keep some order around here, but I have my moods. I just remember screaming, "Oh!" at the poor guy. Hard word to scream. And it just sounds like a sound, and you can't bully people into feeling something anyway. Oh well. We once almost had a class museum here. It would have been called the Middletown Class Museum. Behold, you know, just look. This is what life is like here, right now. Looking in people's windows at night makes you feel lonely. Lonely, but lonely along with the people in the windows, along with the whole world, the whole lonely billions. It feels sort of holy in a screwy way. Fact. Fact.
Good morning! Are you here for the walking tour?
before.
What time is it?
It's almost time. In fact, why don't we get going? Now, can either of you tell me what this is, what we're standing before? No?
It's a monument.
It's a monument, right, to honor the founding of the town here, the town of Middletown, so that we may never forget. Forget what? Well, the history, the moment.
We went to Rome last summer.
In search of eternal truth. And to be totally honest, for the food.
Oh, I'd love to go to Italy. Rome is so old. I bet you saw some serious monuments there.
The whole place is history. Old moments from here to Sunday.
We walked everywhere. We saw all the famous things. A lot of those ancient inscriptions, they're chipped off or just worn away. But they're in Latin, so even if you could read them, they aren't really readable.
It's a dead language.
Well, this is in English, so it'll be around for years to come.
What about when English dies?
Oh, I think English will be around for a pretty long time.
I doubt the Romans thought Latin was going anywhere either.
We went to Holland 2 summers ago. Holland was a world power, a glorious empire, ruthless. We loved those stroopwafels. They're like the local yummy snack. Ruthless empire.
Yummy snack.
People change. Empires too is my point, so ergo I'm wary of monuments.
He likes statues of horses, but just the horse, no rider. Ergo, you know.
It's a magnificent animal, the horse. Just incredibly noble. Listen, I used to gamble, the ponies, trotters, I kept scribbling notebooks, I made circles under my eyes, I lost my job, my previous wife. Not a long story. But anyway, yeah, this makes me feel sort of sad and beautiful, sure, but not that sad and beautiful. Well, look at us. No, really, look at me and her. We've gone around the known world lugging guidebooks and cameras. We've walked on crumbling Roman walls, ridden buses with chickens, taken ferries, drunk at night over rough northern seas. She collects miniature spoons. Once we rented a 3-wheeled car.
We're sort of on a quest. Just because we don't look like pilgrims doesn't mean we're not pilgrims.
Spare us the speeches and brochures if you could. We're kind of in a need, you know, like a quiet kind of normal need. I can see why you think we're just yahoos on vacation, but we're serious people.
No, of course you are. I don't know what you... I mean, I get this tour every day. Normally I'm thinking about lunch or finding another job. I'm not really focused on the next 10,000 years. I don't know, it's pretty regular, pretty everyday around here. We don't have any other...
I'm not trying to be
I
difficult.
sort of like it. It reminds me of my dad. But, I see what you're saying. I guess we like a strange angle on things. If we go to the opera or something, we will specifically request obstructed view seats. It somehow adds to the whole experience.
And they're cheaper.
We love a bargain. You know that saying, politeness doesn't cost you anything. Sometimes that will be for the whole weekend, go around being polite.
We've saved a fortune.
But I guess we just like some perspective with our history. Some gossipy little footnote about a local dish or a bastard child.
Sure. I grew up here. This thing was always just there or here. I trusted it was important. I'd see it in the rain and snow serving its purpose. So that we remember, I guess, in general, so that we have memories.
That's a thought.
I haven't traveled ever. I'll walk around towns about it. I'll see a building. Hey, was that always there? Main Street, Elm Street. I look at people and I try and figure out their stories. You can guess the first and the last fact, but as for the rest, I'm kind of just, what's going on inside of you? Because I have no idea. I don't know. I grew up here. I thought this was the world.
Well, of course you did, but hey, let me get a quick picture of you being wrong.
We always sort of want something more. I guess it's because we have a long history of death in both of our families. We like things that are potentially monumental, but haven't necessarily been monumentalized.
Well, then, I guess that's everything else. Technically. Other than this.
Okay.
Technically, could be, philosophically. We'll go on.
For instance, the air. I wrote on it in school. Take a deep breath. 100 years ago, someone was digging a hole here for this very monument, and he rested on his shovel inside. You just inhaled a molecule of air from that shoveler's quiet side long ago. Scientific truth. And he, 100 years ago, had just inhaled a molecule from Caesar's dying breath. Which dying breath probably contained a molecule from Caesar's first scream when he was born. Scientific fact. Molecules. It's not the prettiest word. Everyone probably knows that Caesar thing. But still. Think of how personal everything is ultimately. And then think of a beautiful sunset on Earth before human beings ever evolved. It just sets. Nobody dare to say ooh or ah or something breathy like that. It just sets. And then it's night. Nothing personal. Morning. Beneath us, okay? The dirt, the sign it's layers of fossils and broken pottery and things they think have religious value. Maybe some sad little instrument way down a hollow bone with 3 holes in it. Down we go, city in dirt, town in ash, village in ice crystals and iron. Maybe a tooth or a piece of cloth. It's people strewn all the way through. And people on top too, smiling, walking around, eating ice cream, and doing whatever people do. It's fun thinking of things like this. Normally I'm telling people about the time sunglasses were almost invented here. Some of the dirt on my shoes is from outer space. Most of the rest is dead human skin. Asteroids and your great-great-grandmother. All of that stale Canadian science and every little speck. You look at it and you think, dirt. That's not even half the story. And there's a person looking for something in a bag.
It sort of completes the scene.
Japan classic.
Excuse me. Hi.
Hi! Hi! There's a meadow we could walk to. Just some nice grass and trees, nothing noticeably historical going on. The Choctaw Indians believed that trees were gods. They thought everything was. So whatever you were doing, no matter what you were doing, you were praying. They had words you could only use when it was raining, a chant to heal people's hearts, and a chant to keep the sky blue. What do you say to the meadow?
That sounds perfect. Et tu, Brutus?
Sounds good, although maybe a quick pit stop.
Use your words.
I need a bathroom.
Oh, and maybe we could get some lemonade somewhere.
Lemonade was invented in Pakistan. Really? Well, that's what people say, but I'm not sure how anyone could really know that.
John? Ha, we've been at the library.
I remember, sure, hi. I think I bought something and left it at the store. That wasn't a very smart investment.
I've done that. It's so stupid. Hey, are you hungry? I have some little sandwiches. I'm really hungry.
That'd be great. Damn it! I'm sorry. I would love a sandwich. Thanks.
Was that a tour going on?
I'm sure it was something. God, I had the worst night last night. Almost non-stop, meaningful silence. Worst morning, too. Don't get married. That's my advice.
Look, I'm already married.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Well, I hope you brought a good book.
I didn't know you were. Are you married?
I was. All I remember is lying in bed, listening to the breathing. That's not true. We had some pretty good times. Probably my best, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's sad. You sit around reading the side of the cereal box, and half the dishes are gone, half the cups, and you eat everything out of a dented can. No more pretty shoes by the door, and that's your little half-life. Whatever you do, don't get divorced. I know, I'm all over the place on that one. I'm sorry. Are you getting settled here?
I am. We are. More and more, this is all just a big change.
What?
Well, here, in the whole idea of children.
It is. I have 2 nieces.
Oh, how great, girls.
They are great. You know what? It's just one niece, I think. The other one is her friend. I'm a terrible uncle. But I still feel like a nephew. Time, you know? Buzz. Blink.
You said that the day we met.
Something like it, I'm sure. It's a theory of mine.
It's not really a theory. You're just making different sounds with your mouth.
So are you.
True. True. How's gravity?
It's alright, I guess. What?
You were reading a book about gravity?
Oh, right. That's over. I just kind of lost them. I mean, do I really need to know about that? Anyway, now I'm taking this course on watercolor painting.
Oh, you're quite the Renaissance man.
It's not really a course, it's just the directions that came with the paints.
Well, still, it sounds great.
It's not, it's just some other thing.
I would think you'd make a really good uncle.
I would too, but yeah, no, I don't know. I panic, you know, so I'm no good as an uncle. Who wants a panicky uncle? I don't know. I get anxious, you know. I forget everybody's name and birthday and get all worried and nervous I won't recognize people.
I feel that way sometimes.
Me too.
So, Rob is finishing up some things with work in our old house. He just started up in a new position. He should be here soon. I still don't really know the place. It can get kind of lonely, can't it?
Yeah, you get the mail, it's a clothes catalog. Maybe you'll leaf through it, maybe think, hey, I could buy those pants. Then you think, but then it would just be me again in a different pair of pants. Then you go outside and walk around, and that's your day. Time for bed.
That's kind of gloomy, isn't it? I like looking at catalogs. Things aren't so bad. I visit Bob here or there if he's at a convention or something nearby. He's in sales.
I always wanted to be in something.
Yeah? Well, I'm sure you'll, you know.
Yeah, that's nice. Thanks.
I've been having trouble sleeping.
Oh, God, nighttime. Daytime, too. It's like, enough, I get it. I actually read articles about identity theft, and I get a little jealous, you know. Just take it, you know. Good riddance. Sometimes I think I might just go quietly retire, you know, alone in the bathroom with an X-Acto knife. Then start up some dumb project or get a book about some idiot thing.
John.
You have a really nice voice. I'm sorry.
Mary.
Mary! Of course! I like it!
We all have our dark nights. We're never as alone as we think.
Yeah. No, we hope. I heard what you said. It probably seems like I didn't, but I did. I'm really sorry you can't sleep.
Me too. No, thank you. I know you're just making different sounds with your mouth again, but thanks.
I haven't asked you a lot about yourself.
Are you asking now?
No, I don't know. I just suddenly tried to picture you not sleeping. Sometimes you get so used to the words for things, and then you suddenly remember the things. So I suddenly saw you, the real Mary, not a word, staring out a window, or crying, or reading, whatever you do.
I do read sometimes. Or yeah, sometimes cry. That's nice of you too. It's nice you would picture me in tears or reading. Night is hard, you know? It just gets so quiet. I never know what I'm supposed to be listening to. But it does give me time to catch up on my needless worry.
I do that, what you just did!
What?
Use humor to try to distance myself from the pain.
I was using humor to try to be funny.
Yeah, no, that's something different. If you ever need any help, I'm pretty good at the needless worry.
The other night, I couldn't stop thinking, what if my taste buds stopped working?
Massive heart failure in a public place.
You can do better than that. Plus, it's more of a guy thing anyway.
Cancer in the privacy of your own home.
Now you're talking. The old standby. And good, something for the ladies.
It's good to laugh. I like that thing you said. Dark nights.
Well, I guess all nights are dark, but you know what I mean. Oh, I almost forgot. I was hoping you could come have a look at something.
I'd love to. What?
a plumbing thing. I think it's a clogged drain.
I was thinking maybe it was a sunset or a painting or something.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I could use the work, not that I charge you. Speaking of not making any money, I should get going. Hey, what's today?
Saturday.
Oh shit, I thought it was Friday.
Sorry again.
I would have found out eventually.
I'll give you a call. Bye, John.
Bye, Mary. It was really nice talking.
It was. We should. Yes, definitely. Bye.
See you later.
That book came back today. I was just reading. Here. Life had gone on. Several moons had passed, several months. A medicine man is a doctor. The medicine man shook his feathers. The villager stood, shivering. A star shone over Input Way. That's here. It was. The medicine man spoke in difficult ways of difficult things, in the worried vocabulary of medicine and night. The villagers listened quietly and quietly misunderstood. The sick man listened and quietly got worse. And for sick man, just think of anyone, an average person. A child has written in the margins here. Anxiety, sickness, death, spiritual. She writes in these wonderful loopy letters in a bright red pen. At least, I think it's a girl. The medicine man continued, differently now. His calm eyes sparkled slowly as he gazed over the blushing woman there. The blushing woman is probably a bride or a woman falling in love. He spoke now in simple ways, of simple things. He asked the moon to be beautiful. He asked the sun to come to warm the unborn child and the born mother. He asked the people to be human and the animals to stay animals. He asked the universe to expand. He said deeply to all of them, great things. Oh, great things. Someone is born, someone will die. Both are you. Unwind, unknown. The same little girl has written a question mark here. I read once, the question mark comes from a musical notation used in Gregorian chants to signal that a phrase should have an upward intonation, that it should rise upward to heaven. Imagine this little red one here. No sentence, no question, just a little red question mark by itself, rising up to heaven, up to God. Imagine the look on his face. Later, she's written the word atmosphere. And here's a barrette she used for a bookmark. Ah, literature. It's a beautiful night, whether or not there's anything up there.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition, and we have liftoff.
Orbit 9. Orbit 9, this is the ground control Houston. Do you read? Do you copy?
This is C9, copy. Sounds like you're in my litter group. Over.
The things we can do. Go ahead, C9. How's life?
What a view is one thing. I'd heard about it, but what a wonderful... I never knew how round was, Houston. God, all this space, it's just pure majesty. It's endless, majestic, but it's cold. It's almost just raw data, raw mathematics. Then, you see little planet Earth, and my God, she's just so welcoming and good. Seems like a symphony should be playing. Wow. It's just this beautiful, fragile thing. Something a happy child would draw. It's so blue.
Bib. Ghost sister. Umi. Hi.
Repeat, please.
51 degrees. Angle sensor arm. 2 minutes, 45.
Copy. Arm is in position. Like Diane.
What's that? Didn't catch that.
Sorry?
Go ahead, Greg.
Oh, I'm just trying to picture life. Back home in the old hometown, down there in Middletown. There's a guy there I remember. Thought he found a meteorite once. It was just normal, sedimentary rock, made from dead animals and plants crushed together. He was disappointed. Shouldn't have been. I was never crazy about him. I think he bashed my mailbox in. But he shouldn't have been sad. That rock, that guy who found it, the field he found it in. All of these things are miraculous because all of these things are earthly. The words he used to refer to them, the breath he took to make the words, all of it. Just sacredly and profoundly and mysteriously, well, yeah, earthly.
Are you getting mystical on us, Greg?
I'm just looking and talking, Houston. I didn't prepare anything.
Giving you a hard time, partner.
Okay,
Looking good. Go ahead.
I'm done. But I just have to say, it doesn't look lonely from up here. Everything looks right next door. It's where you're sitting right now. How about that? You're bringing the Earth's atmosphere. You've got mountains, clouds, oceans, people out doing things together. Soccer games and birthday parties. Listening to beautiful music. Inexpressible, you know? How'd we get so lucky? God, I probably sound like a real cliche. Me with my chiseled features and the flight suit. Waxing all fragile and religious.
All right, Greg. Synchronize 176.
Synchronize 176.
Copy. Say again, Corman Niner.
I didn't say anything. Go ahead, Houston.
Roger. No matter. Looking good. We do recommend a P65 alignment plus .22.
Thank you, P65. 2.
I'm looking out at the world.
I'm thinking about people. I can't tell you what this is like. Over.
Copy. Wunderbar, Greg. Looking good. We have no abnormalities. Over.
Where's John? Where'd he go? No, seriously, John, thanks for helping out. Bob and I are so grateful.
No, it's no trouble. When does he get here?
Any day, I hope. It's crazy. We used to be just regular people. We said good night and good morning every day. Now all of a sudden we're so modern. It's funny. But have you always done this kind of work?
God, yeah. In fact, I've been thinking about that philosophy thing about how you can't step in the same river twice. It turns out you can. Some days I just feel like I should... I don't know, I try, you know, but sometimes it all just feels like the world doesn't really mean much.
I know what you mean. Everything suddenly looks like it's spelled wrong or something. Like even your own name looks like a typo.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always getting... I told you about this. I get these awful panic attacks. They're actually how I stay in shape. It's a mess. Enough about me and how I sometimes get claustrophobia and can't swim. So, how does it feel being pregnant?
What?
So how does it feel being pregnant?
Oh, it's so new. I don't think I could even describe it. I'm really excited. But it just seems like it's words at this point.
It's probably just words at every point.
You're right. It's probably just words at every point. It scares me, though. having a baby. The words seem so tiny and quiet compared to the truth of it. Compared with if you really try to picture it. Not to mention just the whole thing. I mean, do I even look like that sort of person?
Well, I don't know if you're that sort of person, but I think you're quite intoxicating.
Oh, well, thank you, John. I don't think I've ever been called intoxicating before. That's very flattering.
I hope you don't think of me as some sort of I don't know. Because I have so much going on inside me. A lot of different ways. You know, people laughed when I said I wanted to get a law degree.
You have a law degree?
Me? Oh God, no. People really laughed though. I've wanted a lot out of life. First air and milk, and then it just kept going.
Well, you've gotten a lot too, haven't you, in life?
I had shingles once. I'm kidding. Well, no, actually, I did have that. Good reminder for death, by the way. Shingles. Nice reminder your skin's an enemy.
Your skin's probably your best friend.
For a while, sure. I have kind of a serious body-mind problem, but I know what you're saying. I try to be grateful for what I have.
Good. I wish I had more gratitude. When you think of all the miracles it takes just to sit in a chair, a billion things going right just to sit here and do nothing and watch you work, miracles.
You get used to them, though. That's the sad thing. You look around, miracle, miracle, miracle. It's tiring, or sad, or scary, or something like that.
That's kind of extreme, isn't it? But to be completely honest, I guess it's always an option.
Except for the fact that I'm afraid of dying.
Ooh, you can say that again. Wow, you can say that again.
That I'm afraid of dying?
I thought you said something different.
No! There!
Is that the problem?
Yep.
Oh, what is it?
Just years of stuff. Sort of a metaphor for... Yeah, no, just years of stuff. Gunk. Ugh. Whoa, I stood up too quick. My whole life, I don't think I ever stood up at the right speed. All life long, John Dodge in the wrong. All life long, that's hard to say.
No, it isn't.
All life long. No, you're right, it isn't. I better sit down for a few seconds. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. Okay. Whoa, did it again.
Maybe you're just a dizzy person. They say people have trouble with the Earth's, with the rotation.
Yeah, maybe that's... Yeah.
John.
Again, she says in her nice voice, John.
Well, what was I supposed to say? Are you all right? I know we haven't known each other for a long time, but do I seem different?
How?
I don't know. Somehow inside?
Yeah, I don't know. Kinda. Yeah, you do.
Good.
Change.
I know.
You smiled when you said good. That says a lot about you. I bet you'll be a radiant mother. You look really well. I don't have anything, Mary. I'm sorry, big change of topic, but I don't. Look at me. I have a bunch of hobbies I quit and some overdue books I never read. I don't have anything.
Yes, you do. Come on. Yes, you do.
Mary, I don't.
Maybe you're not looking hard enough. What?
Just joking because of the... Remember when
Oh.
you couldn't hear me?
Right. Gotta read a barrel.
I never thought about it that way. Seriously.
Don't worry. People always look so worried. We got a report. Problem. Some trouble. Scream. Loud sigh. Couple of sighs. Something. I'm sure it's just fine. Nothing to worry about. Just normal people being human. Inner life, eating outer life. Bang! Wow! Yeah! Nothing to worry about. Sleep tight, pretty little town, all is well. Okay? Pray the Lord your soul to keep, or something like that. Whatever makes you feel calm, just be all right.
I should have brought a sweater. Are you cold, sweetheart? Feelings. Remember, dear, we're inside. Excuse me. Would you like some candy? What about when English dies? Nice and quiet, dear.
That's from the play. Excuse me.
You look very busy.
Oh, I'm writing a book on being an audience member.
Oh,
Originally, I wanted to be an autobiographer, but then I had to sit down and ask myself, seriously? Me?
what do you like to go see?
Oh, God, anything and everything I've seen. Horses being born, Egyptian tombs being exhumed. I've gone whale watching. I watched my poor mother die. Saw a Hindu bathing festival, a total solar eclipse. You name it. Mainly plays. Sometimes I have anxiety attacks when the curtain goes up.
I always want to cry at the end.
Oh.
When you see the actors smiling and bowing in the light, dead kings waving to their wives and girlfriends. I'm just passing through.
That was in there too. Right at the beginning. I have the worst memory, but I like to write down lines. Your daughter has an amazing memory.
She certainly does. She's my niece.
Oh, well, she has a very good memory. What's your first memory ever? It's hard, isn't it? I was always sitting somewhere. I was born in an audience.
I like when plays have a break in the middle. Once we met an oceanography student. Remember, he came in the garage? It's so nice.
Yeah, it's funny though, since you don't know the end, you're not sure what you're in the middle of. Hey.
Much better. Are we talking about the play? So let me ask. The town is like a.
The town is called Middletown, but it has other names.
Yeah, I got that. But the people are.
I think the main two are having a romance. They represent the future. I think.
Thanks. No, I really enjoyed that.
I had a neighbor like the John guy. If you talked to him, he would listen so hard, but you were never really sure what he was listening to. He finally left, or something bad happened. It was really sad. He didn't have anybody. At least the guy in the play is the lady who just moved in.
Mary Houston. Houston's in Texas. Your daughter has an amazing memory.
My back is killing me. I think it's growing into the shape of a chair.
I have the worst memory.
You know what's funny? So everything, in a way, is still going on. Time's going by in the town, the library, in outer space, here, all over. In a fictional way, of course, but at the same time, like, non-fictionally, too.
Relativity.
Is that your contribution?
Yeah. Just everything's all. I don't know. Sir Albert Einstein.
I don't think he was ever knighted. But you know what I'm saying? Something's coming, but we don't know what. Neither do they. They're right in the middle of some life in some town. You know, in a way.
They deserve something good. We all do. What? It's quite a topic, isn't it? I think she's pregnant, Mrs. Swenson. There's always a glow-up kind of shadow. You can tell.
It's always a possibility.
So is suicide.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. My mouth? Where does anything come from? Where do crocodiles come from?
Dinosaurs. Where did dinosaurs come from? And so on down the ages until we're asking, where does nothing come from? King James has an answer, King Lear has another.
I was just floating it out there. I don't know. Somebody said possibilities. Man, my foot is totally asleep. It must be bored.
This one culture, whose name I forgot, thought that the soul was in the feet. Other peoples located it in the hands, the eyes, the heart, all over the body.
People.
Yeah, it's funny. The soul, the afterlife. We say words like that like we say words like shoe in February. But just honestly, just imagine for 1 second.
It changes things. Life.
Mm-hmm. And it's like that thing you said. You don't know what the end is, so how can you know what you're in the middle of? They don't know what happens to you when you die, so how can they know really what happens to you when you're born?
Or when you're in the middle. A serious mystery, then the middle part, then another mystery. Very good. May I?
Oh, please.
Hey, so where's the husband anyways? Is he supposed to represent something, or?
Just a regular human being, I think. Maybe they have weekends together. People always figure something out. We're so busy scurrying around looking over our shoulders, figuring things out. People. We once saw a school production or community sort of thing that had an angel in it. Remember?
Just a regular human being, I think.
She is incredible. You get everything word for word. It's a real gift.
It's strange though. It's like a museum exhibit about the last 10 minutes. Oh, but it is, you're right. It's incredible. What a thing, you know? Language, time, repeatability, grammar. Us, weird.
Is, was, will be.
That pretty much covers it. I've been all over the world.
Is, was, and will be.
Story of my life.
I've seen so many things. Huh. Look at this.
This just comes completely off.
All that travel and cathedrals and evening meals and people dying. And what are my findings? What's my conclusion? Huh.
Usually I pack a little something to eat.
Yeah. Exactly.
People always look so worried.
You're right. The cops said that.
People know what happens.
Who said that?